Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. Last time we did the Fear Plague and it was actually pretty darn good. And I would recommend if you missed that video to go and check it out. Today we're going to move on to Blue Goo. I know that I've been getting requests on other things to play, but at the same time, I also need to play some of the scenarios that I picked out that I thought was kind of interesting. And the Blue Goo, I don't know, could be fun. I wonder if there's any relation to the Grey Goo. You know, that RTS game that came out a while ago that pretty much no one ended up talking about despite being kind of a big budget item? Yeah, that. Anyway, Blue Goo. Before you start, brutal or normal difficulty is advised. Easy is just way too damn easy. I would love to see if you've made a video with my disease. That sounds weird, so please tell me on Steam if you have. Hi! I'm Pravus. You may have heard of me. If I've spelt anything wrong, please feel free to... Oh, this person may very well have heard of me. Oh no, the grammar Nazi. Oh no! Thank you for taking time to play this bad excuse for a plague. Good side. After all these years, you have finally started the toy-making company you've always dreamed of. I'll admit this is not the direction I was expecting with a name like the Blue Goo, but I'm curious. It's your time to shine in the fun industry, and you think that you have the best toy idea to start your company off. The fun bluey gooey toy. Can I just not call it Blue Goo? Because somehow I feel like Blue Goo would be a little bit better for marketing. So, what are you waiting for? Go. Or, the bad side. You are from a secret organization that plans on wiping out humankind from the world. Of course they do. And the perfect opportunity has opened up. There is this new toy that is coming out, and it is sure to become popular. It is your job to watch and help this disease grow and develop. Good luck. Lots of custom stuff, apparently. Okay, and again, thank you for trying it. Alright, let's see what you got. I mean, it's on the popular page with 4 stars. You must have done a pretty darn good job. I'm curious. The fun bluey gooey toy... No, I'm not going to call it the fun bluey gooey toy. No marketer would ever call it that. Blue Goo rolls off the tongue. Blue Goo has just 2 symptoms. Blue Goo rhymes. So the marketers would definitely have gone with just Blue Goo. I'm going to stick with that. The big dream. After all of these years, you have finally started the toy company you've always dreamed of. Okay, well, that's the same as we saw before, for the good start. And then the bad start. So it's both. It shows you both possible options starting off in the UK. Really, UK is not even the worst possible starting place. The only downside of the UK is that it's wealthy. Otherwise, 2 ports and stuff with a pretty decent population, urban, cold. I mean, it could be pretty good. But the wealthy, that does kind of suck. All right, let's give it a shot. Transmission, we have start of something. Start creating prototypes of your fun bluey gooey toy and start selling them at the local market. Okay, so small business, got it. Slightly increases infectivity. Let's go ahead and start with that. Then we have sell to shops. Demand, not demand, has gone up, so start broadening your horizons. Increases infectivity in urban countries could very well be good for the UK. Symptoms. So I'm wondering, okay, I'm guessing transmission is the good stuff and symptoms is the bad stuff. Illuminati. It looks like some biochemistry sabotage has been happening. Oh well, what's the worst that could happen? Pretty darn bad if the Illuminati is getting involved. No abilities that I am aware of. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up and see what the options are. Believe in a thing called love. Somehow that looks like salad fingers with creepy heart eye things. I don't know why to me. The goo somehow puts people in a trance, making them love nothing but the sweet, soft feeling of the goo. Increases effectiveness and severity. Alright, pretty effective. Winged beast. The goo starts evolving wings, making it very portable. I thought it was just like silly putty, but okay, it's apparently evolving itself. Got it. The hills have eyes. The goo starts evolving cute, beady eyes. Some parents believe this is not normal, but the children love it. Those parents would be correct. It is not typical for an inanimate object to start developing eyes and wings, but okay. Big blue bomb. One of the goos on a plane sacrificed itself to blow up the plane, spelled differently, becoming little droplets of doom. Infects a random country, could be useful in a pinch if we need it. I think to start off we want to sell in the shops. Good work, you've successfully infected the new toy company. All you need to do now is watch it slowly devour humankind. Wait, I'm a human? Crap, this is a terrible plan! Abort! Abort! Yeah, the Illuminati never seem to think that stuff through now, do they? Yeah, I think we want to sell in the shops because the urban transmission is going to be very useful in the UK since we're going to have a hard start. Above and beyond, with alternative transportation becoming popular, you can now have your Blue Goo sent by drone. Oh, seems that Amazon has been expanding. Okay. I'm flying, Jack. More and more people want your toy from overseas, so why not give it to them? Why the Titanic reference? I mean, I immediately got what you were going for, ship transmission, but still. Factories. See, that makes sense. Demand is way too high for only you to be making blue goo. You need a workforce. Increases infectivity. Shiny stuff. Everybody knows that children absolutely love glitter, so add some to your blue goo. Increases infectivity in rich and rural areas. Seriously, blue goo is just one of those things I expect to see some infomercials about. You know? You can stretch it! You can step on it! You can almost eat it, but don't because you'll die! You know? It's got glitter! Welcome to the blue goo. Wait. I've already infected 11 people and gotten quite a few symptoms, but now we're getting the intro. This is a two-sided plague. On one side you have the good, a new company trying to get off its feet, with the apostrophe in the wrong place. And actually there shouldn't be an apostrophe at all, because if it's supposed to be possessive, then it's just ITS. On the other hand, you have an evil organization trying to wipe out humanity. I haven't really decided which one I'm going to go for yet, but for now I think I'll go for the factories. Mass production. Make some sweat factories in poor countries. Because who cares about poor people when you're making bank? You know, that's a very good way to look at it. This means you can either play completely good or just create the most successful 2L's business in the world, or you can go evil and try to sabotage the company and kill the entire world. E, not I. It's truly up to you, ... Wow, it is truly up to me. Gosh, the limitless possibility. There's a part 3! If I was you, I would pick my side quite quickly, as the trees of mutations quickly get expensive with a C, and you only have a limited amount of DNA. Otherwise, if you try and buy all mutations, you will most likely fail. Good to know. You know what? Maybe we go for the good side. I don't know. The only thing about going for the evil side is we would get some lethality, which could mean the extra gas that we need. You know, by gas I mean DNA, more DNA from killing people in order to actually win. So that's certainly tempting. For now though, let's go for the shiny stuff. I'm going for mostly this stuff because I really want to get more infectivity. Hazardous. The goo has made its genes, with no apostrophe necessary, unpredictable, which can be dangerous. Slightly increases mutation likelihood, severity, lethality, and slows research speed. By the way, for those of you people who get all butthurt anytime I'm talking about like misspellings and stuff like that, first off, this person actually asked. I mean, like, it seriously asked for like any sort of like help with that, so I wouldn't worry too much. Secondly, it's just an easy joke to talk about. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just, you know, it's a thing. All right, we have translucent blob. Some goo is evolved to be semi-transparent so they can't see it, they don't know it exists. Lower severity. It's more than skin deep. The goo evolves a thin coating around itself, helping protect it. Effectiveness in hot and cold. Okay, environmental resistances. DNA splicer. The goo steals DNA from nearby animals. Ducks, sheep, pigs, geckos. Wow, one of these things is not like the other, and confuses the heck out of scientists. Yeah, no kidding. Increases the amount of research needed for the cure. Sorry. Cops and robbers. Makes the police turn a blind eye on your totally legit and legal actions. Greatly slows down research. Non-Newtonian hibernation. There we go. Gotta love a non-Newtonian fluid. The goo will change its state, no apostrophe if needs be. It can do this to prevent itself from damaging anyone else. Lowers lethality. Are you sure? Because it looks like it increased lethality to me, because right now I have none, and that says it gives me more. So there might be a missing, like, negative sign somewhere, just guessing. Let's go for the mass production. That leads to trading. Start trading with other companies and get lots and lots of stock. Increases land transmission and infectivity in rich and poor countries. Starts trading with other companies and gets lots and lots of stock. My first thought was you were talking about like the stock market, and I'm like, I don't think that's how that works necessarily, just because I'm trading with other companies, but maybe you mean stock like actual product stock, which could be. Slick back and relax. Invest in oil companies because oil is power, and you are thirsty for power. I thought this was a nice innocent company trying to get off its feet. Oh my god. Increases effectiveness in hot countries and slightly increases mutation likelihood. My precious. Precious, yes. Just keep piling it on, lads. Okay, and it's electrifying. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Make blue goo conductible, making it suck up a little bit of power here and there. Gives fun little static shocks when poked. Yes, because that's absolutely something that people want, is a toy that's, oh, it's such a cute little toy. Ow! It hurt me. Foul goo. Our sources have said that the Blue Goo Company has started using sweatshops in poor countries to make their product. Some parents have been disgusted by these facts and have demanded refunds for their blue goos. Sorry, no freaking refunds. Not a chance. Okay? There are all sorts of things that we buy today that are done in sweatshops and you don't get to return them then, so why should this be the exception? The new toy, Blue Goo, has become a local phenomenon in the UK. Local shop owners say that it is quickly becoming a top-selling item. Some say this toy is a fad, will die out quickly. Yeah. Interesting that we had the outrage first from, like, the, you know, kind of hippie parents. And I'm not saying that sweatshops are okay. I'm just trying to make a joke, by the way, before people get upset. But, and then it just kind of takes off. It's just like the classic thing of the internet. You cause outrage about something that may be even totally legitimate, but as a result, it draws more attention to something, and therefore it starts to profit. Kind of funny. Let's go for It's Electrifying. That leads to... Hello, Dave. Oh, God. We're just going down a 2001 A Space Odyssey route. Okay, that's fine. The blue goo is starting to be used in simple circuitry because of its conductive power. Did we invent the superconductor? New rural livestock legislation. Okay, rural is going to be a little bit tougher to work with. Got it. So do we want to start working down on the Illuminati route, or do we want to, you know, not? You know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for the Hills Have Eyes and have a little lethality. I mean, I know it's still really early. We haven't gotten out of the UK yet, amazingly. Like, it's really kind of shocking we haven't gotten out of the UK yet. But I want to generate that extra DNA. Maybe it's too aggressive. Maybe it's not. But they said you have to pick a side. I'm going to go for the It's More Than Skin Deep and get some environmental resistance just to make things a little bit faster. But we finished infecting the UK. So, now we have to somehow infect France. Starting off in all these rich countries is always a little on the tough side. I was kind of expecting a ship to leave the UK and go somewhere, but thus far, despite being in a fully infected country, we're not going frickin' anywhere on boats. What am I supposed to do about that? Huh? Anyone want to explain that to me? Because I don't frickin' know. Well, I guess they shut down their airport. Okay, sure. Couldn't get air or sea travel. Is there something I'm not knowing here? Is this like... Is it supposed to be really difficult to travel by boat? So far, I've only seen mostly land transmission. I guess we got one boat to France, but the UK is definitely more active than this. Seems a little bit weird to me. My precious... You know what? Let's go for the increased infectivity in the wealthy and rural countries. Wealthy will certainly help. Not the bees! At the moment, blue goo smells like hot plastic, so why not make it smell like honey? Although this may make bees want it, increases infectivity and land transmission. Bright night. What's better than glitter? Glow in the dark, of course, although birds seem to eat it now and poop it somewhere. Increases infectiveness by land transmission and poor countries. Are birds drawn to glow in the dark things? Like little insects? You know, the ones that get attracted to your bug zapper. What big teeth you have, symptom mutated. This lethality could very well work against me and start that cure a little bit too fast, but here's the thing. I've completely run out of fuel because starting in the UK with no boats really going anywhere means I'm kinda stuck. I'm really kinda stuck. So I need to be getting some lethality for that extra DNA to even stand a chance at this point, because for whatever reason, I can't go anywhere. I'm missing something. Somehow I am missing something in this, and I don't know what. Was there like a water transmission thing I should know about? It's alive. I don't want more lethality. It's way too lethal as it is. Squeezing blood from a stone. The goo can change its atomic structure to look and act more like a rock? Wow, that's impressive. Thick-skinned. Even better in the hold and cot countries. Oh, did I just say hold and cot? Hold and cot? Hot and cold. I'm ashamed of myself, honestly. Alright, I have no idea what to do at this point. Oh, sorry, Bright Night's not land transmission. I don't know. I'm stuck here, guys. They're not going to work on the cure very fast because it hasn't gotten very far. But the lethality's not actually getting me anywhere as much DNA as I was kind of hoping for. I don't know. I don't know. I need more infectivity, and everyone's shutting down their ports before I can literally get on a single ship. How am I supposed to get to the islands like this? I must have done something wrong. I must have. I'm going to sit back and relax and try to get a little bit more. Somehow, we're killing faster than we're infecting. Yeah, this is not working for me. I'm going to have to restart and try to figure this out because somehow I am missing a very basic way to get off of, you know, a freaking island. Let's try this one again. So I went for a slightly different route here. I decided to go for some of the air and sea transmissions here to see if that would fix the problem. And the weird thing is it hasn't done anything, as far as I can tell. Now, first off, I'm sure some people were immediately like, oh, look, there was a sea and air transmission. You should have grabbed those to unlock it. Well, usually in a scenario, or just the base game, You don't have to increase air and sea transmission just to unlock it. There's always a base chance, you're just increasing it. And for whatever reason, in the last one, there was practically no chance at all. This time, I've gone for some air transmission with Above and Beyond, some sea transmission with I'm Flying Jack and Need for Speed, and the weird thing is, despite the fact that the UK is fully infected, I still can't get anywhere. I have no idea what the heck is going on. Well, now we've mutated the Illuminati, whether we like it or frickin' not, but it's just, what is happening? You know? I have no idea. I'm looking for something that, like, reduces drug resistance or something, but I'm not really seeing anything. So I don't know. Despite the fact that I've done everything right, I've gone for really enhancing the sea transmission, and I have a fully infected UK with 2 ports. No, nothing. Nothing is happening. Nothing at all. I'm a little concerned that there's something broken about this, but here's the weird thing. How does a scenario, if it is actually broken, there we go, we somehow got into France. If it is actually broken somehow, then how the heck is it getting 4 stars? There we go, we finally got a boat. Oh my god, it's a miracle. It's a freaking miracle. A Christmas miracle. Joy to the world, I don't know, but jeez. Okay, now we're finally getting somewhere. That is really weird. I understand the UK being a rich country and stuff like that, like it's supposed to be a little bit tough to spread, but once you've fully infected the country, usually you'll see yourself getting around a bit more. And whatever, we're gonna go for to infinity and beyond, to the internation, space station, or to aliens, because aliens, I'm sure, would love your toy. Whatever, fine. I'm just trying to get the heck out of the UK. Alright, get me out of the UK for the love of God, and let me start infecting some people. Weird. There's definitely an imbalance here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. I'd have to look at the code of this scenario and find out where it went. Because so far, it's not even that the scenario's bad, it's just there's something that's seriously hampering my ability to take advantage of it. My score is going to be atrocious, probably. But I don't know. I don't know why on earth I would ever want to play this on brutal mode. If I can't get around very well in normal, then brutal sounds like a terrible idea. Let's go for my precious to be a little bit better in those wealthy countries. Maybe we can spread a teensy-weensy bit faster. But I mean, seriously, even now, like, look at this. I've got a lot of Western Europe, you know, Germany, France, the UK, and stuff. Some really prominent countries infected, and this is still all I'm able to get as far as the spread. That's atypical. It's very atypical. Weird thing is, I'm infecting Canada remarkably quickly. Huh. That is a little bit bizarre. Once we get into a country, it seems like we actually take off pretty well. Especially in the cold countries, for some reason. No, Australia also. That's sort of weird. Some of these countries are definitely getting hit faster than others. Not how I expected. Let's go for the land transmission with not the bees. The blob. Many bees and other winged insects are flying themselves into blue goo, but kids love it. So make minifigures of insects to put in blue goo. Genius. Increases infectivity. So little suspended insects models inside of your goo. Alright, sure. Kind of reminds me of those little dome gel-filled things with like scorpions in them that you'll find all over the Southwest, but okay. Yeah, it's just the spread here is so bizarre. What is the point, I ask you, of having 2 symptoms to increase sea transmission and 2 to increase air transmission? And despite the fact that several parts of the world are fully infected, this is the best I'm able to get? I mean, I don't even want to think about what's going to happen in freaking Africa. The hills have eyes mutated. I'm not going for anything evil, it's just happening on its own at this point. And maybe that's a good thing, because maybe they'll help me get around, because otherwise, holy freaking crap, I'm stuck. A fancy jar. Sell your blue goo in a new improved glass container. Completely sealed, but still fun. Lowers lethality, but increases effectiveness in cold countries. Not that we need much help there, but okay. Bright Night is still optional, I suppose, for the poor countries. It's electrifying is okay. I guess we could go for the big blue bomb a little early to try and get somewhere else, but I don't know. They're just now starting to detect me. Well, goody. Goody, goody, gumdrop. Do I want to go for this? I think I want to go for Bright Night because I need a little bit of help in the poor countries. Yeah, I don't know. My opinion of the scenario is lowered a little bit just by the fact that it doesn't seem to be quite working the way it's supposed to. And I don't think this is the way the author intended it either. I'm guessing it really is one of those things where it could be as simple as like one number somewhere in this scenario, one setting as far as transmission effectiveness or something is just not working the way it's intended to. One number was wrong. It can happen that way, so I don't want to be mean, but this is not quite what I'm imagining you thought it would be. The genius behind Blue Goo has now become the proud owner of the most popular toy award. They have done this by selling over 2 billion Blue Goos around the world. I'm sure that the Einstein owner of this company is extremely proud. Well, I would be if only Africa would start buying my product. Also Greenland. What's wrong with you, Greenland? Why don't you like me? A chrome finish. Make a very expensive, also misspelled version of Blue Goo by using special metal materials to give it a super shiny, super sexy look. Increases effectiveness in urban countries. Here's the thing, urban's not that important to me anymore, poor countries are. And to that extent, I think I need to go for the poor countries with mass production, so we'll do that. Unlock the sweatshops. I originally had avoided that because I was wondering if there was some sort of hidden mechanic where, oh no, it's from sweatshops, don't import it. And that's what stopped all the ships, but apparently not. Apparently they're just like that whether I like it or not. Let's go for the trading for even more effectiveness in the poor countries. Then we have the power of the sun. Invest in solar power companies because everyone knows that solar panel power is the power of the future. Is it though? Is it really? Because as someone who studied a bit of solar power and stuff, I mean, there's some promise to it, but ooh, it's not anywhere near as effective as it ought to be. Personally, I actually think that tidal and geothermal power is the way of the future, but that's just me. I don't know. Solar has its advantages, but on a global scale, gonna be a little tough. Even so, could be good in the rural countries, and we do need a lot of those, so let's go ahead and pick that up next. I'm really holding on to the big blue bomb just on the off chance I can't get into Greenland. Now, what are the odds of me having enough DNA to do, well, anything, honestly? I don't know. They're working on that cure pretty quick. I'm not getting any DNA at this point because I'm just not infecting anywhere. Something's wrong, guys. Something is wrong with the scenario. I want it to be good. I really do. But I think I'm demonstrating that this is not how your typical Plague Inc. scenario is supposed to work. Maybe we just go for some lethality and try to generate DNA. I know they're going to start working on that cure faster, but if I don't start killing people and get more DNA, we're done. We lose. It's alive! Mutated for free. Game over, man. Game over. The goo evolves a long, sticky tongue that dangles from the ceiling. Why make an Aliens reference and then use a Half-Life reference? I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be like. Frickin' heck if I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're going to win this scenario because I don't see this working. I'm going to go for even more lethality and try to slow things down and get more points because we desperately need it. But holy crap, it's just not working well for me, is it? And Greenland shut down, so we need the big blue bomb now. I'm going to go for believe in a thing called love. Chalking hazard, not choking hazard. We'll go for the chalking hazard. It's not a dummy. Babies just love trying to suckle on the goo. I don't know why the parents give their babies the goo anyway. Because they don't love their babies, clearly. Well done, you've successfully killed about 20% of the human population. We're killing way faster than we can infect at this point. Confrontation. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just screwed. I think this is going to be a loss no matter how I played at this point. And it wouldn't be if it weren't for the fact that I can't get out of the UK. This is very bizarre to me, but ugh. Let's try to slow down the cure even more. Radioactive, radiation sickness, making the goo a slow killer. I see what you're doing. Very clever. Good job, Agent. We're gonna kill way too fast. It doesn't matter. We can't get anywhere. Frustrating. Very frustrating. So I think this is just gonna have to get chalked up to a loss. Something needs to get rebalanced here, is really all I can say. They're not even gonna cure me. I'm just gonna have killed myself too fast. Yeah, there's nothing to be done there. Very disappointing. Could have been a good scenario, could have been kind of fun. I like the idea that you can choose two different paths, although the weird thing about that is mutation chance can only work on the evil path. So if you want to go for the good path, you're always going to be tempted by the Illuminati the entire way. But if you want to go the evil path, you don't necessarily have to have any of the good stuff. I don't know. Kind of a little bit bizarre how the mutation chance works against you in that way. I'm kind of wondering if it would make sense, rather than allow people to choose their own genes, their own genetics at the start, instead make them start with the gene that allows for transmissions to also mutate. That way the mutation can work both ways. Just a thought, doesn't have to be that way. Mostly I'm just worried about that sea and air transmission just not working the way I think it's supposed to. Otherwise, yeah, that's just how it's going to be. Unfortunate. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment with your ideas and suggestions for the scenario and what can make it better. And of course, subscribe if you have not already. My name is Pravus, and I will see you guys next time.